All right, Algebra 2, you have all of Friday to work on your review. Keep in mind there are still things out. I'm going to be making these videos and then hopefully for real finishing your gradebook today. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Quick little recap for anybody who missed this or anybody who is struggling still. I'm going to do a little quick recap on how this works. Okay. Check out this top part where we see w of x and then an equation given, f of x and an equation given, g of x and an equation given, h of x and an equation given. The reason why we have this and like we have this type of notation is number one, it communicates more than say just don't write this down, putting y equals 4x minus 9, right? And then saying y equals x squared minus 3x plus 2. Like, see how confusing that is? So now there's two y equations. Well, what if I have four equations I need to use inside a certain field? And I want to know the names of them. So this allows us to have better naming conventions. It also allows us to give instructions. So what do I mean by that? Well, check this out. Number one, not only is it telling me which equation to use, it's saying go to F. All right, there it is. But then it tells me in the instructions, we want you to insert a -2 into this equation. So how do you write that out? Well, simple. You're going to copy the equation down, but everywhere you see X, you're going to go ahead and leave parentheses instead. That's the easiest way to do this. So what does it want me to insert? It wants me to insert -2. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'll underline that. -2, -2, -2. Cool. Did I get that right? -2 squared. Gotcha. -3, -2. All right, cool. I got that loaded up. Now, you have to do your math correctly. That's a huge part of the answer right here, like percentage. Like even if you don't know how to do the math and you can do this step, do it. You'll at least get something on the test, but y'all, we're at that point in the year where it is time to be able to know how to square a negative. We've done this enough. Whatever your past math problems are, I don't care anymore. -2 squared. That means -2 times -2. So that is at 4. -3 times -2 is +6, and then we're going to bring down this 2. All I'm doing is solving this together. 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So it turns out that my f of -2 is 12. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and solve number 2. H of x. Remember, instructions. This is saying find the equation h. All right, there it is. I see it right there. And now plug in 3x into it. Okay, that's kind of weird, but I'm going to set it up the exact same way I set up number 1. I'm going to copy h of x, but instead of writing the x, I'm going to put a parentheses in there. That way I can put inside the equation whatever I want. And what does it want me to put in there? It wants me to put in 3x. It wants me to put in 3x for this. All right, that doesn't seem that big of a deal. Now this is distribution. When you see a number on the outside in parentheses, that's going to be distribution. So -5 times 3 is in fact -15x. -15x. So we can record our answer down here, and it's that simple. So you can see how you can get pretty much full credit on all these, even if your arithmetic skills aren't perfect. With that said, I'm gonna actually solve 3 and 4 in a different video.